So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very fluid situation on Friday, June 17th. As it stands right now, Vince McMahon has stepped down as CEO of WWE amid an ongoing misconduct investigation. Now, daughter Stephanie McMahon will step into the vacated role as chairwoman on an interim basis. Now, according to CBC, Canadian Press, and AEP, Vince allegedly was caught in alleged misconduct involving a female employee. Now, McMahon will continue to oversee WWE's creative content during the investigation, and World Wrestling Entertainment said Friday and named McMahon's daughter, Stephanie, who has been a longtime employee of the company. Now, the investigation is by the company, and Vince was to appear on SmackDown Friday. I'm not covering that because I want to be objective with the story because, as you know, as a Canadian, he screwed Brett and he screwed Owen Hart and he screwed Stampede Wrestling and everything else in Canada. So we'll leave it as that. Now, the Wall Street Journal had reported Wednesday that WWE was investigating a $3 million U.S. payment from McMahon to a departing female employee following a consensual affair. According to a prepared statement by Vince on Friday, I have pledged my complete cooperation to the investigation by the special committee, and I will do everything possible to support it. I have also pledged to accept the findings and the outcome of the investigation, whatever they are. Now, the employee hired as a paralegal in 2019 has a separation agreement from January that prevents her from discussing her relationship with McMahon or disparaging him, the Journal reported. The board's investigation, which started in April, found other older non-disclosure agreements involving claims by former female WWE employees of misconduct by McMahon and John Laurinaitis, the head of talent relations at WWE, the Journal reported. The WWE is also investigating Laurinaitis. Now, outside the investigation, WWE said Friday that a company's special committee would work with an independent third party to perform a comprehensive review of the work environment at the organization. Now, Vince McMahon plays a character called Mr. McMahon throughout the years, ever since the Bret Hart incident with the screw job in Montreal, which that character will be appearing tonight on SmackDown. Now, according to WrestleZone.com, who basically has been expanded on the story quite a bit in recent days, found out more details. Now, this has not obviously been proven in court in any civil situation. Now, the $1 million hushback with a former employee was over a affair they had. According to the report, the board learned about the agreement through a series of anonymous emails. There's no indication where they come from. It's been alleged that McMahon doubled the woman's salary, which was stated to be in a $100,000 range, after he entered a sexual relationship with her, and later paid her to remain quiet about the relationship. The non-disclosure agreement is said to have paid $1 million up front, with the remaining $2 million to be paid out over 5 years. Again, nothing's been proven. Now, as an objective journalist, I can tell you that Vince McMahon is a control freak. Anything that goes on with SmackDown, Raw, or on the international level, Saudi Arabia, wherever the pay-per-views, he has the final decision. Now, Vince McMahon was under investigation for steroids, the Ring Boy scandal, all kind of different stuff. But he's been involved. It's like this. We like the wrestlers of WWE. We hate Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is probably the most tolerated evil person of the last 40 years because he has provided a good product, but the way that Owen Hart died, the way Bret Hart was embarrassed by the screw job, the way certain wrestlers have been fired in recent years just for the fact he tried him out for a couple of weeks, and when he got tired of him, he got rid of them. And the list is long. Look at AEW. All the former WWE wrestlers are in AEW. There's a reason, because Vince kind of got tired of him. Vince McMahon is a carnival barker promoter, and a carnival barker, garbage in, garbage out. Now, will this bring down Vince McMahon? The problem is, just like a snake that sheds his skin, and just like a cockroach, try to kill a New York cockroach, see what happens. They probably grab your foot and put you in a label lock. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is very fluid. Will he step down finally? Will he finally retire? Because a lot of WWE fans are waiting for him to finally retire. The ultimate thing would be if the whole of WWE would lose its momentum. The company has done a lot for the stockholders in recent years. It lost 3% of its value on Friday, but it's turned to $1 billion company as the largest independent corporate wrestling company. Like Tony Khan has money and he's running AEW, like the McCains used to run the Slammers in New Brunswick, the Woodstock Slammers from New Brunswick. He's being bankrolled, or like the McCains run junior hockey or other teams as well. Like, Canadian owners, they're not making any money, they're just using it as a toy. But Vince McMahon, on a scale of 1 to 10, this is probably the biggest scandal he's been involved with. But the problem is, if you want to keep something hid, don't share it. My mother used to have the expression, don't put it out on paper. And someone, somewhere, and a lot of wrestlers have been fired in recent days, and a lot of backstage people, someone cut his throat. Who was it? What was the momentum? Could have been female wrestlers that were fired recently, male wrestlers, backstage people, who knows. But like I said, very, very fluid. Keep your eye on the various wrestling sites, Cultaholic, WrestleMania, WrestleZone for the updates. I may or may not do an update of what he does tonight, but I could care less. If he dropped dead tomorrow, I'd stomp on his grave. And in the words of every Canadian, Vince has a murder on his hands. That's Owen Hart, and he should have been charged under Canadian law. But Vince has been protected by the feds as well. Good friend of Donald Trump. So you put that together. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. We'll keep you updated. If you like what we're doing here, give us a like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks for listening. Bye.